Anyway, so I think, yeah, I think that's basically it for me talking about this related subject. Now, there's another thing I want to talk about, and it kind of relates to foreign policy-wise. Like, as you know, I mean, I have talked about this in my last SMG part, like the one way before, like right before this, that apparently there's this Ukrainian like crisis thing where they're afraid that Russia might invade the country and stuff, and there's the United States and the European Union, specifically the United States, figuring out like what they should do, and talks of like military interventions and stuff. I mean, of course, Biden is only saying he might do just sanctions, which I hope, because sanctions are the least of our problems. Because like if it was a military intervention, that'd be really bad, you know. But I mean, I don't know. Biden might like change his mind about that. But the thing I'm trying to say is that, you know, in terms of the Ukraine crisis, I know I've said my opinion about it. And I feel like it's probably never not gonna happen. It's basically just fear mongering. But there is a possibility where it's mainly the United States trying to lay the groundwork for an excuse to do another war and stuff, because it's mainly the United States that's basically provoking Russia. People are saying that, oh, it's Russia that's doing all this. It's actually the United States. Like, Russia is only doing this in response because like of NATO wanting to admit Ukraine. And as you know, I'm opposed to NATO. I feel like, as like, you know, the vice presidential candidate of the Green Party, Ajamu Baraka, he said that NATO is basically just a gangster state, and I agree, it is a gangster state. It's like not needed anymore. If you know, like I already said my opinion about NATO and stuff. I said that like it's unnecessary now because, you know, the Cold War and stuff is basically over, and we were supposed to disband it right after, but I mean we didn't. I mean, not really disbanded, but they said that NATO would never inch forward towards Russia, but they lied, and that's what's happening. And hence, that's kind of why, you know, why Vladimir Putin, you know, is saying that he, like, you know, or is preparing Russia to invade. I don't know if it's going to happen, but it might. But because like, if it does happen, then it's the United States' fault that this happened. Just like it's the United States' fault that Crimea is part of Russia now, you know. And the thing is though, is that honestly, if that does happen, then honestly I wouldn't really give a shit really, because the thing is though, is that the United States has done so much evil and stuff that I wouldn't really, like, you know, put the onus on Russia for any issues that happen. Russia is only acting in self-defense. It's the United States that's doing all of this, that's like causing all the chaos in the world. And if had the United States just abolished NATO and stuff, then none of this would have happened. Ukraine would have remained, like, you know, free, not under Russian control. But since that NATO wants Ukraine to be part of Russia, essentially be in the sphere of influence of the United States, that's why Russia is doing this. It's out of you know, protection, not out of like aggression, you know. It's the United States that's doing all the aggression, and hence that's why I'm like thinking that's why I said that even though Clinton was defeated and stuff, like World War III can still happen, because as long as the deep state still has power in the United States, then something like this can happen. And you know, and that's why, like, you know, Biden, you know, is in office, you know, because like he is like part of the deep state. Now Trump, he also kind of serves a deep state, but not as fervent as the other establishment politicians, such as Hillary Clinton or Joe Biden. Now the thing about like Joe Biden is that he still serves a deep state, but we don't know how far he would accept, you know, doing World War III, because Clinton would gladly accept war and stuff, but I mean, I don't know if Biden would do the same. You know, he probably might, but that's why I said that, like, Biden, he's not as hawkish as Hillary, but he is more hawkish than Obama, so like it's like 50-50, you know? Whereas Obama, even though Obama is kind of a warmonger, he has some sense of humanity to like some sense of humanity not to intervene and stuff. So with Biden, you know, it could go either way. So, excuse me. But although with Trump, we could have gone to war with Iran, you know, but we may even still go to war with Iran. Who knows? Anyway, oh shit. Yeah, because there were those things I think I should have gone there when I was like flying. Yeah, we're just looking for. Is there is. Anyway, just looking around. What is this? Your attacks won't. Yeah. Try to bounce into that. Alright, so there is nothing. Ah, fuck. Jeez, fuck. Okay, yeah, I have to let them shoot here, not over there. Sorry. There we go. So yeah, so I'm afraid of. Oh, I mean, you want to know something about me? Like before, when there was a prospect of President Hillary Clinton, I was very scared about her being elected president because then I knew World War III would happen. Now for Biden, I wasn't really too scared because, like I said, it's 50-50. But also another reason is that, I mean, considering how things are going in this world and, like, you know, with climate change and COVID and stuff, sometimes I have this feeling that maybe humanity may end at some point, even if World War III doesn't happen. Like, you know, the economy could get worse. Like, there's a possibility that the United States could devolve into fascism and turn into a one-party state under Republican rule. So that could also happen. And, you know, that's kind of why I'm not as scared as I used to be, because like now there are prospect of bad things other than this may happen. So that's kind of why I'm like not as nervous as I am before. You know, that maybe things like, you know, things may, like, you know, end at some point. I know I may sound kind of pessimistic and being some kind of, like, you know, a doomer or something, but I mean, then again, some good things may happen. But I mean, I'm just trying to be realistic. But what I'm trying to say is that I'm not too sad knowing about this, because right now I'm like focusing on other stuff in my life, and things are going pretty well and everything. Like, I'm close to my bachelor's degree and stuff, so that's kind of why I'm not as fearful as I was before, you know? Just looking if there's any, yeah, that's it. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Anyway, just looking around. Okay, I think we got it. Oh, no, we didn't get everything. There's this. Hold on. Alright, we got everything? Yeah. Alright. Oh shit. Alright, there we go. There we go. What time is it now? Alright. I still have time. It's like, you know, so anyway, so in terms of of stuff that's happening, like, you know, in terms of Russia and Ukraine, as you know, like I said, I don't really, you know, care too much. It's none of our business. We should stay out of this. And people will say, oh, but what about appeasement and like what happened with Never Chamberlain? Well, the thing is, this is kind of different because the whole thing is the fault of the United States. The United States is the one that calls all this, trying to do NATO expansion. So hence, Russia's only acting in self-defense instead of like wanting to take over, you know. So, because the thing is though is that like, even though what Russia may be doing is bad, but I still like, you know, admire Russia, especially for them protecting Syria. Unlike say, the United States, all they care about is just destruction, wanting to destroy, you know, Syria. So Russia is doing everything they can to protect the Holy Land, and therefore I actually hope, even though I don't approve of what's happening, I do hope Russia succeeds in what they're trying to do, because the more Russia like wins and becomes victorious, the more safe, the more safety is guaranteed for Syria. That's what I'm like worried about, because like, you know, the United States still wants to eradicate Syria, and I do not want this, you know, to happen to the Holy Land. So I do hope Russia like succeeds. I mean, of course, I hope they don't try this thing, because I don't know if they may succeed in it, because like right now Putin needs to have some confidence with his population, because like I do like Putin needs to stay leader in order for Syria to guarantee safety. And I mean, you know, as a matter of fact, I know there's a lot like the so-called dictators in countries like Russia, China, Iran, North Korea, Nicaragua, Venezuela, and stuff. I know that these people may not have like good intentions, but honestly, I do hope they remain in power just as long as the evils in the United States and Israel like still continue to exist, and all these people, then these like world leaders need to continue to exist as well. I apologize that I ran off. I don't know if my nunchuck is. Hold on. If my nunchuck is like having issues, but I got it. Anyway. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like even like these countries, they put a check on the evilness of the United States, you know, and Israel as like, you know, for what they're doing to Syria. So hence that's why I want these countries to succeed, and I want, you know, the United States, specifically the deep state, to fail and everything, because like, you know, like I said, you know, World War III would have happened had Hillary Clinton gone into power. Now, thankfully that didn't happen, but that doesn't mean that World War III can still happen, you know? So that's what I'm concerned about. And also another thing, like even Syria like getting destroyed also would still happen. Hence why I hope Bashar al-Assad like lives a long life. At the very least, until the United States, like, you know, the United States purges all the, you know, the deep state, you know, the deep state goons, and like, you know, the CIA, FBI, like all these other like horrible people that want the destruction of humanity, you know, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I do hope everything goes well for Russia, for Syria, for, you know, all these other countries that are protecting Syria. And as for the United States, you know, hold on. There we go, got it. Oh shit. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I'm hoping, and I hope things go well, you know. Oh, I have to go to that dandelion. Alright. Yeah, so anyway, and I also hope my classes go well and stuff, and as I've said many times, I hope I'm able to move out of the state. The thing is that my parents don't help me with doing this, like, if I feel like I need to, because 2023 is definitely the time where I have to move out. I basically try doing everything by myself if that were the case. With the help of my uncle though, maybe I could ask him to find me a headhunter and like get a job, find me a job or something, or get admitted to a college or university, that kind of thing. Although, I mean, I wouldn't say although, I actually have talked about this in my No More Heroes gameplay, so, you know. So yeah, if you want to know what I was saying, so, like, more in detail, just watch that, that gameplay. Because I did talk about this kind of stuff. Oh shit. Alright, so we'll just do this and then we'll call it a day. And I think it actually has been less than an hour, but the thing is that I just wanted to talk just until, like, as usual with these SMG parts, they're over mainly after I'm finished with everything I've been like saying and stuff. You know what? Yeah, let's try getting these things first, and then we'll get those. Alright. Yeah, we'll go to that one later. Right now I'm just looking. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping, you know, doesn't happen, you know. Oh shit. Lasers. Oh, you know what? I think we're done here. Let's go. Yeah, so alright, so I think that's it for now. How much time I still have? Okay, it's 3:03, so that's perfect. So I think I've talked as much as I need to talk about. So now that I talked about the stuff about like moving to a different state and everything, now I can tell my parents about this. Of course I want to try doing that next week actually, because I want to, you know, I want to just relax, just for this one weekend, and then I'll tell them about this. I think I'll probably maybe tell them about this on Sunday, I guess. Yeah, maybe, I guess on a Sunday. Definitely on a Sunday, so, you know. Yeah, so I guess that maybe I might do that, or maybe next week, I don't know, we'll see. So yeah, that's what's happening. I hope things go well. I hope foreign policy-wise things remain like peaceful, and if not, then I hope Russia like becomes victorious in this, because I do trust them, you know, with how they run things and how the United States run things, especially when it comes to Syria. So yeah, that's about it. I hope things go well, and I will, you know, definitely play Portal 2. And I have the game with me now, so I don't know if it's gonna happen on Wednesday or next week, but we'll see. Maybe, I mean, I wouldn't mind playing on Wednesday, like, so then I can wake up and stuff, but we'll see, because it's kind of difficult for me considering that, you know, I have to sleep and then wake up and then, like, after some time start playing, so we'll see how things go. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next gameplay series of Portal 2. Alright, bye everyone.